A great proportion of the thoughts with which we live are not thought out by us with the evidence in hand. With some shame, we recognize that the greater part of the things we say we do not understand very well, and if we ask ourselves why we say them, we will observe that we say them only for this reason, that we have heard them said, that other people say them. We have abandoned ourselves to other people, and we live in a state of otherness, constantly deceiving and defrauding ourselves. We're afraid of our own life, which is synonymous with solitude, and we flee from it, from its genuine reality, from the effort it demands. We hide our own selves behind the selves of other people. We disguise ourselves behind society. Well, what do you think of that? And you know why so many people talk and act like other people without thinking much about what they're doing or saying? I think there are two reasons. The first is that if they talk and act like everyone else, they feel they'll be readily accepted by others, that they won't have to run the danger of being different. And the second reason they go along with what others say and do is because they're too lazy and largely too ignorant to look the answers up for themselves. Have you ever thought how terrible it would be if you were following people who were following you? The big trouble comes from acting like people who don't know any more than we do, and who in turn are acting like us. We can never get any place that way. It's all right to play follow the leader, but don't play follow the follower. Find yourself a leader to emulate, and if the guy next door happens to be the kind of a person you'd like to be someday, fine, follow him. But if he's no smarter than you are, he's nobody to act, talk, or think like, now is he? Be friends and good neighbors, but look to someone else as an example on which to pattern your life. As it was written, we have abandoned ourselves to other people, and we live in a state of otherness, constantly deceiving and defrauding ourselves. We're afraid of our own life, which is synonymous with solitude, and we flee from it, from its genuine reality, from the effort it demands. We hide our own selves behind the selves of other people. We disguise ourselves behind society. You know, when you get to thinking of things like this, it's time to get off by yourself and do a little self-examining. It's time to ask yourself, just what kind of a person do I want to become? Do I want to be a carbon copy of the people up and down the block? Another faceless head bobbing on the vast sea of a kind of average limbo? Am I marking time, just waiting for time to pass? What we can and do waste is ourselves, what we could do but don't, the love we do not give, the efforts we do not make, the kindnesses we fail to bestow, and the happiness we neglect to earn. No, the waste is not time, but the things that could be ours, if only we would learn to understand why we are here. The next time you start to say something, ask yourself if you really believe it, and ask yourself, what am I doing with my life?